Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. In today's video, I'm bringing to you my 2022 series TBR. I'm a person who usually likes reading series more compared to standalone novels, and in my 2021 series TBR, I added totally 8 series and I ended up finishing 7 of them. Most of the series I totally loved and some of them were like meh for me, but this year I've just bumped it up to 10 series. Most of them are trilogies and some of them are series with more books also. So without any further ado, let's get into the books right away. The first series in this TBR is something which I started reading 2 years back, and it is The Inheritance Cycle Quartet by Christopher Paolini. I don't know why I have not gotten around to reading this series yet, but I read the first book Eragon alone in 2019 and I think it was pretty decent. Okay, it's just a series which transitions from middle grade into YA, so there is not that much of heavy content in here. I also know that this series is very nostalgic to many readers out there and I want to read the series and just enjoy it completely. I have all the 4 books along with me. The other 3 are on my topmost shelf, that's why I'm not picking them up. If I pick them, I have the risk of getting dust on my clothes, and since I'm wearing black, it'll be so clearly visible. I remember enjoying this first book when I read it for the first time, so I'm so much interested to get into the series again. I'll reread this one and then get to the other 3 books in the series. I hope I'll enjoy this a lot. Let's just wait and see. The next book is an adult's high fantasy series and it is by one of the most popular authors inside this genre, and I'm talking about the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I actually wanted to read Mistborn in 2021 itself, but I did not get around to reading it. I want to read all of Sanderson's books inside the Cosmere itself. I read just 2 of the standalones, which are Elantris and Warbreaker, but I enjoyed them completely. In fact, Warbreaker was one of the most favorite books which I read in 2020. I've been having this on my shelf for over 1.5 years now and I've not gotten around to reading it yet. I don't have the other 2 books in the trilogy, but I'm sure that once I start reading this, I'll have them also in my hand so that I could just binge the series. I want to read all the Cosmere books, okay? Especially to just reach the Stormlight Archive and read it intensely, okay? They are huge books and I just love holding a huge book in my hand and just giving all my time to read that. As far as I know, all of Sanderson's books are huge in size, yet they are very easy to get into and read immersively. I'm very much expecting to get a lot from Mistborn. Let's just wait and see. The next one is a duology and it is by my most favorite author. I'm talking about the King of Scars duology by Leigh Bardugo. Okay, I've actually read King of Scars before. I read it in March 2020 and it's been 2 years almost now. So I want a refresh of this. So I'll reread this one and then get to Rule of Wolves. One of the main reasons why I want to get to reading the series is because I love Leigh Bardugo's world, characters, writing, everything as a whole. She has such gorgeous prose and the character depth that she gives for each and every one of her characters is awesome. And the protagonist of the series is probably my most favorite Leigh Bardugo character ever, and it is Nikolai Lantsov, who himself is the King of Scars. In the first book, he was not given that much importance, so it bummed me a little, but I'm expecting that he'll get that importance in the second book, just in order to at least satisfy us readers. Rule of Wolves is also supposedly to be the finale for the Grishaverse. I know that was a very brave decision. I don't know why Leigh took in this one, but I hope that it is resolved here, because if you've read King of Scars, you know what I'm talking about, and I want it to be resolved here in Rule of Wolves. I'm sure that I will enjoy the writing style and the characters a lot, but I just want all of them to end up in the right place. Let's just wait and see. The next one is not a fantasy series and it is a mystery detective series. Okay, I'm talking about the most famous Sherlock Holmes series by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I have this project on my channel in order to read all the Sherlock Holmes stories and review them separately. Currently, I have 3 videos in this playlist in which I talk about the first 2 novels, which are A Study in Scarlet and The Sign of the Four, and The Return of Sherlock Holmes. I personally loved The Return of Sherlock Holmes a lot more compared to the first 2 novels. Okay, this was just a blast for me throughout, and I also listened to the audiobook narrated by Stephen Fry while physically reading this book. The only reason why I have not continued reading on this series is because I don't have the physical books right now. I want to purchase them. They are not even that expensive. I can just go on and listen to the audiobooks alone. That experience itself will be nice, but I want the physical books because all of the things that I've read so far in this series are heavily annotated and I just want to annotate the other books also. The best thing which I love about the series is the friendship between Sherlock and Watson. Okay, I just love them both. The friendship between them is just so pure. The understanding is epic. Okay, almost like a Barry and Iris kind of understanding between 2 friends, and every time they just understand each other, it just melts my heart completely and I just start loving both the characters a lot more. So yeah, definitely want to finish reading the Sherlock Holmes series in 2022. The next one is a young adult sci-fi series and it is the Illuminae Files by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. The main reason why I want to read this series now is because I finished reading the Nevernight Chronicles by Jay Kristoff in 2021 and I can easily say that that is one of the best and favorite series of mine that I've read so far, and that main character, Mia Corvere, she's just the best. Okay, I totally love her conviction and the perseverance that she has, and the world that J. Christoph constructed in that one was just epic. Okay, I've actually read Illuminae alone on audiobook first, but when I tried listening to Gemini, I did not like the audiobook format. I even decided not to continue on with the series in the middle of 2021, but I found these for a very great deal on one of the sales, and I just went forward and bought the 2 books. I don't have Obsidio along with me, but once I finish reading these 2, I'll just buy it and read that one also. The best thing which I like about this series is that the books are in mixed media format, and it's not just like normal text running around. You can just see, right, while I'm flipping the pages itself, it is not like a normal book at all. It has many different things going on. When I show the formatting of these books to my brother, he also got very intrigued and he has been wanting to read the series as well. I've heard that the series goes a bit downhill, but I do trust J. Christoph because I loved Nevernight very much. I just hope that it does not disappoint me, and I can say that I'm more than hyped for this because I loved Illuminae and I did not see that much in Gemini on the audiobook. So yeah, let's just wait and see how they're going to go in the physical book format for me. The next one is a young adult urban fantasy series, and I've just read the first book alone in 2021, and I'm talking about the Carry On trilogy by Rainbow Rowell. Okay, I know that Carry On is one of the most hyped books on BookTube, so I just went forward and read it in the beginning of this year. I can say that this was not that great in terms of fantasy, but it felt more like a contemporary romance to me. The romance was not to such a great extent, but the way in which the book was paced and written, it was very simple and fun to read compared to anything else. There were like many jokes during which I just laughed out loud while reading this book. It didn't even take me 4 or 5 hours to complete this book for me because it was such a quick and easy, fluffy read for me. It does get dark at times, but I cannot say that it is that dark since it's young adult. I wanted to finish this series in 2021 itself and read the other 2 books also. I think the other 2 books are far shorter compared to this one. I cannot say that I love the characters or anything like that at all in this one. I just found it very fun compared to anything else, and it's not that easy to find feel good, happy, comfy fantasies for me personally. So when I read this one, I enjoyed it a lot, and I just want to complete reading the series because I think it will provide a nice break in between the intense and heavy series that I read for the rest of the year. So yeah, I think I will finish this in 2022. The next one is another adult high fantasy series, and it is the Broken Earth trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. I have only the last book with me, which is the Stone Sky. The first 2 books are the 5th Season and the Obelisk Gate. I've heard nothing but great things about this author and her books continuously. I think all the 3 books in this trilogy are Hugo Award winners for the respective years, and I don't know, in order to acquire awards consecutively for the same series, it must be really good. I want to buy the first 2 books in the series and read them back to back continuously because they don't even look like that big books, and the font is also not that short, and the spacing is normal. And I think in order to write such a great series with not that much of an intimidating appearance, the author must be really talented and advanced in her writing. I could not even read the beginning of this book since it's the last book and it will spoil the other 2 for me. It has kind of a dystopian setup which I don't usually like. Okay, I'm not a person who likes reading dystopian books at all because they don't work out for me, but I know that this is a very interesting setup to read from, so I'm very much interested in reading the series as a whole. The next one is a Russian inspired adult fantasy series, and it is the Winter Night trilogy by Catherine Arden. This series has been recommended highly by one of my most favorite booktubers, who's Sam from Thoughts on Tomes, and I've also heard that this is very much similar to the Shadow and Bone trilogy since it is also based on Russian lore. One thing which intrigues me the most about this series is that everyone who has read this book says that it is super atmospheric, and when you're reading it, it feels like you are actually present in such a cold place, and I personally want to experience such feelings when I'm reading books, and it just gives me the feels that I want while I'm reading fantasy in specific. I've also heard that it is a bit dark at instances, but as a whole it is very well written. I also know that the books are not even that long in length. They are just like 300-400 pages in length each and every book. I don't know whether I'll be buying the physical copies of these books or I'll just be listening to the audiobooks, but either way I want to finish reading the series in 2022 itself and see whether it's worth all the hype or not. Personally, since it is set up in Russia and has that cold atmosphere vibe, that itself attracts me a lot to read this series. I'll probably read it in winter, I'm not sure though. Let's just wait and see. The next one is one of the most famous adult fantasies in modern times, and the last book of this trilogy is not out yet. If you've been following the science fiction and fantasy side of BookTube for quite a few years now, I'm sure that you know what series I'm talking about, and it is the Kingkiller Chronicles by Patrick Rothfuss. There are only 2 books that are out until now. The first one is The Name of the Wind and the second one is The Wise Man's Fear. I've heard that the prose of this series is incomparably beautiful to anything else, and some of my BookTube and Bookstagram friends also say that this series is super well written. I've heard that the first book is really great, but the second book is not that wonderful as the first book. book. There are many booktubers whom I totally adore and take recommendations from, who keep on recommending this again and again over the past few years. I wanted to read it last year itself, but I had a misconception that the last book will be releasing in 2021, but it has not yet, just like the case of the next Game of Thrones book. I personally like beautiful prose when it comes to the writing of any author, and if this series has that in specific, I'm sure that I'll be reading it and enjoying it completely. The last series in my TBR is another adult fantasy series, and it is The Gentleman Bastards by Scott Lynch. I've heard nothing but great things, okay? I don't know how a series which is not that great famous can be liked by each and every person who has read it, okay? I've not even heard one negative review when it comes for any of the Gentleman Bastards books, and especially some of my most favorite booktubers like Murphy Napier and Daniel Green have been raving about this book for the past 2 years. I know that I'm so much behind compared to most other people on BookTube, but I don't care, okay? I just want to read the series. I've also heard that the 4th book in the series is about to come out in 2022. I'm not sure though. I've heard that it is very similar to Six of Crows, since both are heist stories, and it is also very much character focused compared to being plot focused. I'm a very character driven reader, and if I get to like any of the characters inside the series, I'll just read to know what is going to happen to them until the end. The friendships in the series was also something which interests me a lot, because more than romantic relationships, familial bonds and friendships are the things which I look for most when it comes to reading any of the books, not just fantasy. It can be in any genre. If you give me a nice sibling dynamic or a friendship dynamic or a family dynamic, I'll just fall for it compared to any other romance. Since this one heavily focuses on that, I think I will enjoy it a lot, and more than anything, I just want to read it. So yeah, I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed and hope that I finish it in 2022. So yes guys, those are all the 10 series which I want to read in 2022, and if you've read any of these series, please do let me know down in the comments what I can expect from them and how they are. And if you did enjoy watching today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.